What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we're doing another rebuild on Madden 22, and it's going to be the New England Patriots for our realistic one today, of course, playing against the Buccaneers later on in real life. Decided, not a bad team to go for, especially with a very likely 1-3 start on the horizon. It's a team that you can see why. I'm sorry, Patriots fan. This could hurt, but you guys have had enough success, so you just sit there and goddamn take this, okay? It's a team outside of the offensive line that needs an overhaul. I know they spent a lot in free agency, taking risks on guys like Hunter Henry, kind of a risk on Jonnu Smith as well, considering what they paid him, and also Mac Jones is a star now. Okay, that's kind of clutch, but they need some receivers, dude. You can't just get a guy like Nelson Aguilar and Bourne to be your number 1 and 2 guys. N'Keal Harry, I seen, like, what was it, before the season started, he was demanding a trade. If I was the Patriots, I'd be demanding a refund. Demand a trade. To demand a trade, you actually have to have trade value. You can't demand, maybe a release, I suppose, but, like, demand a trade. But yes, obviously the Patriots need a wide receiver. I get kind of why they traded what they did for Mohamed Sanu when Brady was still there, because they were desperate, and obviously it still shows. And obviously this team is, I mean, they have still some of their OGs, if you will, Dante Hightower, McCourty, and all that, but how long is that going to last in real life? I know in game it's not going to last long at all, but how long is that going to last in real life? I don't know. I can't imagine it's going to be super long. As far as a real-life team, if Mac Jones pulls it, I wouldn't say pull it together because he's a rookie, right? Like, we don't know how long it'll take to develop it. If he can play at an average to above average level, maybe they can do some damage. Maybe they can make the postseason, but I can't imagine that this is a team built to win within the next 3 years. Once again, unless Mac Jones just becomes a god. There's a lot of aging pieces, a lot of pieces that need to just be replaced in general. The only real, super shining spot of this team is really that offensive line, which, once again, I don't know the contractual situation, but there might be some guys that need to be re-signed that are a little bit too expensive. Right now, the Patriots, they're not really doing anything super well on offense. Their pass game is kind of meh. Their run game, considering some of the opponents they've played, has been underwhelming. I mean, I don't know. I just don't think this team is ready, even though they're an 83 overall. And this could be one of those weird type of rebuilds. Like I said, you're losing McCourty soon enough. I'm not even worried about Van Noy. Dante Hightower, Judon was paid quite a bit, I believe. I mean, there's some guys here that are either A, expensive, or B, expensive and old that we do need to replace. I will say it does get interesting that Mac Jones did get that star dev boost. Obviously, that throw power really is pretty bad, but not a bad quarterback. I think he can do it. I also wonder why his face scan looks like he's about... Nah, I glanced. I thought he was old. It's just me being old in real life. But speaking of old, we don't know how long we all have on this planet, so why not get wild and maybe leave a like and subscribe? Happy Sunday. You're all dying just like me. God. Oh, there's this camp standout that I've been hearing so much about. Kyle Duggar is a strong camp. I mean, zone coverage, right? Another guy that I also thought was going to be normal, but I suppose young and 78 overall. They've definitely went pretty hard on the star devs in this game, for sure, especially the offensive line. If you're, under 25 and you're, even in the high 60s, they're like, star dev, take it, damn it. Did he do a thing? Camp standout? Oh, I can't. Every there's players who ball on the preseason that don't end up doing anything once the eventual season starts. I think you're different. I thought he was about to say you were really good in preseason, but yeah, you do suck. But I've never been more ready, coach. Okay, sure. Get 2 combined interceptions and pass deflections with strong safety Kyle Duggar against the Chiefs or the Giants. Yep, to continue his breakout. So does he have to do those, and then he has to do another one, and then he's finally superstar? That's a lot to ask for, but I suppose star to superstar is a pretty big upgrade. Did he do a standout? I really felt like... Oh, come on! He did so badly that we removed the name off the back of his jersey. We lost to the freaking Jets. the Jets. And I know they did in real life. They won. So, like, can we not do that, please? But maybe going forward, we should just, like, start off, or not even just start off, but just even give the proper force wins and losses. But it does get a little messy, I will admit, but who cares? It's the best way to do it, isn't it? Jeez, look at the Dolphins. They're 0-9, dude. Oh, finally! I've never seen this succeed. So what do you get for this? 2,500 XP? It said something about inspiring the defense as well. Also, I think because of that, J.C. Jackson actually has a proper breakout for this next one. Now, I do not know how much money this team has, but I do know I want Trent Brown back. And I also do know it seems like the money isn't great. So Trent Brown for sure. J.C. Jackson, I think you have to re-sign. And then Stephon Gilmore, dude. I don't know. Damn, this Patriots team is not looking too hot in real life. Like, McCourty he's 34, dude. Like, what am I supposed to do? He's almost Devin McForty. Man, I don't want to lose Stephon. Take it. Okay, I mean, we saved a little bit, right? He wanted 21.9. I would have probably normally given him like 22.5 if I had the money. We paid 20.7. So we keep the corners despite all the speculation. But we lose everyone else despite the Robert Kraft having a lot of money and massages. I really am surprised that the Patriots didn't try to trade for Deshaun Watson. I feel like he'd fit right in. This would be huge. Don't tell me that he had to force 2 turnovers. Like, it was not the team. Oh. Oh. Does he get to Superstar because he's like a really cool dude, or what's the story? That's it? What? I don't want to just talk, JC. I want something in return. We just had a talk. That's it. Excuse me. All right, head to the playoffs, and this season kind of went how I expected it to, and I mean, not good. Nah, just not good. There's no more to it. It was not good. Let's take a look at the schedule. So, it didn't start out too badly. Then we lost a bunch of games. We beat the Dolphins, of course. They're like 2-15 at this rate, which is really good for the Eagles. Let's take a look at the actual stats. Did Mac Jones win anything? No, he did not. He didn't even win the hearts of Patriots fans. James White absolutely steals all the touchdowns from Damian Harris, which sucks because Damian Harris could be the future of this team at the running back position. Nelson Aguilar is not the starter or the future at this position, but yay, he did well. I'm glad that they got Hunter Henry, Johnny Smith. I don't know where to place this team. This is just like a weird team that I don't know what to think. Like, what do I think? Oh, Winovich, there you go. We need that, right? Pass rush around here hasn't been great. It's really about scheming players into the backfield rather than just players being gods since Chandler Jones left, which is, I mean, how long ago was that? He was a good player when he was a Patriot, probably like a 90 overall, but now he's like 95. Now he's too good for this. He's too good for our program. Any award wins? No, I would not have expected it, but yeah, I mean, maybe. To the Super Bowl, the Bears are in it. Okay, I don't know if I expect that, but sure. Ravens versus Bears, Ravens win it. At least we keep a little bit of our realism, just a little bit of realistic dignity. Offensively, Nelson Aguilar, I believe, goes a star. What does that mean for him? Oh, he was already star. Okay, so it means nothing before or after. And then Winovich goes to superstar. Same with Duggar. Something positive, and wow, Chase Winovich, you are an old individual. I love this team. It's so fun. What is with the Patriots and drafting 24-year-olds? Like, what's the story? Like, is there some sort of mathematics behind that? Don't have to pay them a deal after their rookie year if they just retire. McCourty, of course, too old. Hightower, too old. James White, too old. Phillips, too old. Myers, too slow. Bentley, too slow. Everyone kind of just too slow and bad and old. The Patriots might be one of the oldest teams in the league, are they not? And we're broke. We have -$4 million, and our roster is in shambles. New England, you want to, like, get this thing under control here. What is this? I know he paid Gilmore, but, like, 17 how much? I'm sorry, but we're going to trade him. So, because, like, he did well enough to even be worth, like, a fifth or a sixth. That's without a doubt, right? Like 1,100 yards, 5 touchdowns. I know teams would look at that like, well, I mean, at the end of the day, he doesn't really have, a lot going on there. I think a 5th round from Detroit is totally fair. A team that really needs a wide receiver, and we are a team that really needs some money. So it obviously works out pretty well for us. Ah, nice. Love it. Good contract there. Kyle Van Noy can't really do anything with that, which is Kyle Van Noy. I'm sorry. I don't need to say it, okay? I could just leave it out. But what do? I don't leave it out. And there is not a lot we can do to save money. Like, that was our big move. And now we're just stuck. And we have a lot of players to re-sign. Gilmore kind of need to just be gone. Jonathan Jones is a very good player. Tradable. I think you can get like a second. If we give up a 4th, I think we can get a late 2nd off of Jonathan Jones, which I think would totally be worth it. Speaking of Chicago, Jonathan Jones and a 4th round pick for 63. I know that's not crazy great value for us, but do got to factor in that Jonathan Jones is, he's kind of on the older side. He's 28. He's not got a whole lot of time left with him. I mean, not like he's going to die or anything, but you know what I mean? So we'll take a look at a free agency, but it's pretty much just going to be us looking for a kicker. We cannot spend any money here. The Lions are going for Devontae. If they get Devontae on a freaking low ball, that's disgusting. Like, that's just behavior that should not be allowed. Chris Godwin's here. Of course, I offered McCourty like a 1-year 5. We'll see what Ethan has to say about it. Godwin's obviously somebody I would love to have. Do we try to make a play at one of these wide receivers, actually? Like, I get that the Patriots in real life cuck themselves, but we can maybe make a play, right? Perhaps. Forget the kicker, maybe, and just go for a wide receiver. Because we need one, right? Like, we can't just draft a full squad of wide receivers here. Like, we need some sort of base level, but I just don't think we can afford it. Like, Chris Godwin's not joining this team unless he's getting paid like 20 per, and we're not paying him 20 per unless we fire everyone on the team. It's a real predicament. So we're going to try to save as much damn money as we can. I want Godwin badly. We need a damn wide receiver, and I will get one. The amount of depth I am removing on this team to skip money for a wide receiver is kind of sickening. N'Keal Harry, you want to trade? Oh, you want to demand it? Damn it, we can't get rid of him. We don't have any money. Joe Juan, that has not really turned out super well here. Yikes, this is an L. Especially if we decide to go for Godwin, we won't have any money to freaking re-sign anyone. So I'm going to actually play it smart and not. I'm just going to not do it. We have to just find all of our talent through the draft, simply put. Hey, just like the Patriots normally do. That's pretty strange. A, B+, A-. He's 5'11". Wait a minute. He's 5'11". He's got a little bit of athleticism to him. It'd be kind of unrealistic for the Patriots to go for someone athletic. This is kind of a tough decision. And that is a truthful shot at the Patriots organization. They really love their slow, stiff wide receivers. It is quite the relationship they have. I will say there's a lot of good wide receivers here, so I mean, we might be drafting 2 or 3 of them. We might be starting 2 or 3 as well, depending on how good they are. That's like the other thing I hate about playing or doing a rebuild for the Patriots. Like, who do you draft? Do you draft like a pure edge? Do you draft like a pure, interior guy? I feel like everyone for the Patriots needs to be like running a 4.7 and weighs like 285. It's a strange team. McCourty rejected. Not really a super shock, but would have been nice to get him back for one year 5. I wouldn't have complained about it. So we're sitting here with pick 11, which is a very interesting pick. Don Verdon has a chance to be there. He was the Heisman winner. We know that Heisman doesn't guarantee you something like X Factor or anything like that, but you got to imagine if he's there, he's worth taking. There are also a lot of other really good players, though, so I'm not going to go and make some trade up. The Eagles took a quarterback, pick 1 overall. They were done with Hurts already, apparently. Thank you, Philadelphia. I love it. Oh, come on. Really? That's the game we're playing. Okay, fair enough. It is what it is. So, I don't know who I want after that, but right guard, I mean, we don't really need a line that bad. Anthony Staton If he was bigger, it would be perfect for that, that speed, but it's kind of lacking a little bit. But if you look at everything else, I mean, it's not looking super great. Do you not just trade down and gain some value? I think that's what we're doing. Don Verdon would have been my pick. He's not there. Screw us, I guess. The Ravens are giving us a hell of an offer. I don't know how to actually value it because it says we're getting a couple of 100 points higher, but of course that first round pick is next year. However, could make the argument that they're not guaranteed to win the Super Bowl again or even make the Super Bowl, which is what that is telling us. Let's see if they got a good decision. They do need a corner, so I suppose, I mean, it kind of depends on what they did with Marcus Peters, but injured for the year, coming back, who knows what kind of player he'll be. Packers with an inside linebacker, that's interesting. How many picks does Philly have? I mean, I know it's 3, but like it's dramatic to say it. They took some very good players. Hopefully Verdon was star, because we need to make up for that. We have to assume that, oh my, that's a really good player. Is that the old Justin Hunter? That's the old wide receiver from the freaking, what is it called? The Titans. First round wide receiver from the Titans, was it? A second rounder? I can't remember. But yeah, we have to make up for whatever Verdon is. So if he's like a superstar, and why did I start the clock? Why did I get that going? But if he's like a superstar, he's an X factor, we got to make sure that our value equals that or more. Oh, we had a first round DT here still. It's 479. That is actually kind of nuts, though. I just have a feeling my wide receiver is going to be gone, but I have to just move to 32. Daryl Trent, please be there. Zach Johnston, I mean, these wide receivers are looking kind of decent. Did we get our very own? No, he's gone! How? Oh, you looked good. I bet you he's going to be a god. How much you want to bet he's going to be a god? Mid-second. We have the DT also. That's mid-second. Why are they gone? I suppose edge is technically the bigger need. This guy was the only decent-looking one. I don't know how I feel about this, but we're just going to hope for the best. Yikes. 74 overall. I mean, he does have a lot of potential, in fairness, but that's a bit of an L. Hopefully we get a breakout early and, we'll forget all about our worries. And it sucks, but we're going to use the pick. We're using that Ravens first round next year to get to 36 with the Bengals, which is, I mean, pretty fair, right? It's a next year pick. You don't know where it's going to be. It's likely to be late, but, if it's anything higher than like, ooh, damn, a 4.6. I know it probably doesn't matter too much for Madden's concerns, but I mean, a 4.6 is not preferable. And I suppose we're going to get a DT. Please be hidden, dude. Oh, come on. It was a good pick, but come on, dude. Really? 2 normals. That's a bit of an L. I'll admit it. That's a bit of an L. Of course, we have that center. If he's a late second, which I think he is, could probably move back a little bit, but I think we're going to take him. We're going to take our first hidden of the draft, Mr. Elijah Green. Oh, hey. 72 overall. I was saying that because I guaranteed he was going to be a very high overall, which normally that means hidden, especially when they're projected well. A little worse than I thought. Not a bad player at all, but okay. I mean, I'll take it. But it was a little worrisome there for a second. We need a middle linebacker. There's a guy that skipped the combine. He looks decent. I still think I'll take him. Early third. Could be gone before our next pick, so maybe we try to find like pick 24 or something. I don't know. We trade 63 this, 141 this, and a 6th round next year for 57 from the Patriots' best friend, the Giants, in which we're going to be taking a very questionable player here, Alex Johnson. That's the Falcons, but that's embarrassing. Excuse me. I will be right back. He's going to be gone too. Watch. It's going to look even worse. He's going to be gone. He's there. Thank God. I would have looked really dumb. Alex Johnson, a hidden development trade, 71 overall. We're turning the draft around a bit. Very athletic. Once again, the Patriots fans are like, huh? Athleticism? Why would we do such a thing? We need wide receiver so bad right now. It is unbelievable how much we need wide receiver. Marquise Schaefer, or Schaffer, decent, but you're taking a risk. You don't know what their devs are. But looking around, I mean, I'm not seeing a whole lot better. I'd say there's 2 better. Massey, I just don't even want. We do have this corner as well, Ronnie Allen. We need a number 3. Mid-first grade. Don't know how good that guy's going to be. I'm going to take Schaffer. I'm going to take the risk, hoping for the best. And yes, way lower overall than I thought. But a hidden development trade. This is basically N'Keal Harry number 2. But he's actually good. And he is hidden. We don't know what that hidden could be. It could be superstar. And even if it's just star, it's already better than him. And then I guess we'll go to 11. Maybe should have traded up because that corner is probably worth every penny. But we'll see. And oh my, we have no other picks. Okay, that's fun. So we got to make sure that this corner is absolutely the biggest need and absolutely worth it, which I don't know if I can say that is true. He's good. I think he's good, dude. I think he's a star or better. I really do. But it's not the biggest need. I can't do it, okay? I can't do it. Ben Saunders is a very, very good pick for us. I want him. We're going to gain a 6 next year from the Titans, moving back 1 spot. Okay, that's quite a bit. Thought maybe they would have wanted a corner or something, make it a, you know, smart decision. Because there's no team that wouldn't. I mean, unless they have a guy for sure. I don't know what it is about the AFC South, but they love to trade up really close. But, like, I mean, if I knew that corner was going to go, I'd be making the play as well. Packers will probably take him. He's still there. Please, stop tempting me. This decision is so tough because that guy is, like, a very good fit for this team. But this Ronnie Allen guy looks better. He just simply does. Ben Saunders. Screw it. We're going to take him. Hoping for the best. And 72 overall hidden. Okay, I'm a little surprised that he was hidden. 83 strength for 30 reps. How does it make sense? He should be like 86, 87 strength. Okay, if you say so, man. Wait, was that Massey guy the guy that we had on our list? I didn't think he was going to go that late. Jeez. We give the Eagles a 3rd round next year from ourselves, which, you know, we're kind of 50-50, but we want this wide receiver. We need some developable wide receivers since we couldn't pay Godwin. Tough decision, though. Tony Wise, who, I mean, is supposed to, you know, he got those skills, right? Younger, but Cole Weston, look at the speed. This is the guy you draft in a user league. I'm a user league. I don't know what that means. Another hidden wide receiver. Once again, if they're only star, it's not that special because, once again, you do get XP. It's very easy to upgrade a guy. So if he's only star, you'd almost want him to be normal, but I suppose when they're hidden, they kind of shine a little bit more, shine a little brighter than the rest. And now this is where I'm really hoping for our safety to still be there. This could have been a massive sell because we do have a couple of picks. We could easily have made a trade up. Please just be there. Just be there. Damn it, that's a sell. We need a kicker badly, and Vargas looks insane even though he's 24. We're going to take him. 74 overall. Really good starter. No hidden still. Once again, teaching me that I don't know if there is any sort of thing as a hidden development kicker or punter this year. And we're going to take this 6'4" safety. We need someone 67 over. He's literally the same overall as our current starting free safety. This is one of the best random out of the blue picks I've had in some time. He's actually quite usable. And once again, 22, 6'4". It's a lot to like there. He's actually, that's kind of like a sneaky, lucky little steal. And we take a fullback with our final 7th round pick. We traded the other ones up. I think 3 7s for a 5th from a team that wasn't super great, which is fair because 3 7s give you that priority over some of the undrafteds that would be there, which are, you know, very valuable to each team. But yeah, let's take a look. I believe we missed that fullback. Like we were supposed to re-sign ours and we just didn't. But yeah, we kind of sold early and then we came back strong. Elijah Green kind of fits as a pure center. We'll see what we do with him though. Could maybe play guard, and his dev is star. Fair enough. Johnson, I don't know if we can actually start him. I think we can. No, I think we have to. I think we have to start him at least at number 2. Hidden development trait. What do we get? Star only. Yikes. Let's give him a good chance to succeed and put him at number 52. What else do we have? So we have the wide receiver. This guy and the other guy will both start. This guy technically went higher, so I suppose he'll be the number 2 automatically, and the other guy will be number 3. We're going to be fielding some very tall receivers. Superstar. That's a win. Do we have anything decent? Kind of want them in like the 10s, but God, this team and their wide receivers, what a disaster. Put them at 16 for now, I guess. Saunders, automatic starter as well. Kind of have to. We got rid of a lot of our depth. Big guys like Henry Anderson, and there was some other guys I forgot already. Ben Saunders, star dev, nothing special, but still automatic starter. Weston, I believe the final hidden development guy, wearing number 15. Interesting. And development is star. Still a win. I will take it. I'd say it's probably going to be really easy to find, but I want to see that that safety that I was going to grab. He was a strong safety, pretty athletic. This could have been him. I don't remember. I think he was 23. It was a decent player in fairness, but I don't know if that was him. It wasn't this guy because our guy was like really athletic. And if he was going to be there, he would have been before ours. So I don't know. I guess maybe not. And then I cannot remember what the name of the corner was that we were going to take, and we didn't. It's not Pat Phillips. He was there. He must have been there for the 4th. He must have gone like really early. Was this the guy? I don't know. I really don't know. I can't remember. But Verdon, let's take a look. Hidden development trade. I mean, he'd have to be an X factor for us to regret it, and especially in a user league where if you look at those traits, they are awful. All he had was run after the catch. No aggressive, no feet and bounds, no possession. And in fairness, he is an X factor, but still, that's not crazy. Traits suck. So he only got one good trait, it was the X factor, which obviously is insane, but a little bit of an L. So we have our year 2 roster. Definitely did not go the way I thought it was going to. I thought maybe we would have done a little bit better in the offseason, but I suppose we drafted a decent bit of hit-ins. Green really has nowhere to play. It really comes down to who needs a contract first and can we afford it for him to take one of the spots. So I'm glad we didn't go heavy on the O-line. Of course, Mac Jones, got to keep an eye on him because, you know, the verdict's still out. Did get a throw power upgrade. He has really good accuracy ratings already, and he's only a 77 overall, but kind of comes down to how well he plays. Same with Damian Harris. You know, going to need a contract this year if he doesn't look like he's showing massive improvements. Maybe we look for a new running back as well. But Schaffer and Weston, a lot to like there for the future of the wide receiver position, with Bourne still being the number 1. Looking at the defensive side of things, Hill maybe has a chance. This would be an insane one. An insane story to tell everyone if he actually comes out of this thing as the future starter. Looks good. Looks like he has potential. Cornerback, probably need a new one soon. Winovich, I don't know what to do with him because, you know, he's superstar already, but he's 27. You can't really do much with that. The D-line, I mean, everything looks pretty good. I think Matthew's going to be wasted a little bit here, but just for a year, he'll be the starter next season over Judon. I assume we need a new middle linebacker. I mean, there's some things to get, but it definitely wasn't the worst draft. It could have been better, but it definitely was far from the worst. So here are some of the re-signings. It seems like Isaiah Wynn is the first of the bunch, like we were just talking about, you know, our center we drafted, who's going to, you know, be the guy he replaces. Damian Harris, I have no idea how he's playing. I need to take a look. If he's trash, I mean, interesting. What is it, a 3-year 20? A 4-year 18? That seems like backup money, really. So if I'm him, I'm taking the deal because he hasn't really shown anything special, and I'm willing to take the back seat if I have to. Jake Bailey, punters are people too, and he's played like one of the best punters. Chase Winovich, man, I did not know. Gilmore, I would love to keep. We'll see. Isaiah Wynn, we have a lot of money right now. I think we're going to pay him. 3-year deal. I think Shaq Mason would be the next to go, if anyone. And Chase Winovich, man, I don't know what to think. He's a good player, but he's 27, and he's getting whatever. Take it. Just, take all the money. I don't care. Stephon Gilmore, he's kind of like a team player, dude. I gave him a 17.9, which is a low ball compared to the last season, you know, what he wants, similar to what we did last season. It's still good, but he's taking these deals that are, you know, less than he's worth technically, and I'm grateful. We need every bit of help we can get. All right, playoffs time. Are we in them? We are, as we win and the Buffalo Bills lose anyways. We are playing against the Browns, though, so it probably doesn't matter, but we'll see. So, yeah, not bad. Not bad. We got there. Not a super competitive division. A lot of wins. What did we... I was about to say, we must have lost out the gate quite a bit, because I was seeing win, 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 win. I saw like 1 or 2 losses. Like, hello? Where did we lose? Looking at the passing numbers... Mac Jones, not bad. I mean, the yards are a little low, but that's kind of what you expect from a guy with low throw power. But the touchdowns are decent. The picks aren't too high. Damian Harris is, once again, he's worth the money, the backup money. But, I mean, is he the guy of the future? I don't know. Bourne is playing pretty well. Schaffer was pretty good. Weston. Oh, man, we really just, I don't know. Does Bourne just move to the number 3 spot and we let Schaffer, who has the bigger size, be the number 1, and then Weston be the flyer down the side? I don't know. Johnny's being wasted. Hunter Henry really didn't have that good of a season. He had good touchdowns, but that's about it. O-line was good. 2 guys over 100 tackles, both the inside linebackers. And I'm glad we paid Winovich because I don't know what it is, but the guy is just good. I've seen that many times in the past as well. He's just good. Picks, got a couple of picks. Kicking, the rookie was really solid, only missed 2 out of 21. Schaffer was the return man? Really? Okay. MVP of the league is Mahomes, I think, for the 2nd straight year. Any Rookie of the Year awards, number 3 for Johnson, number 5 and 6 for our wide receivers. And, oh, Lord, I forgot about this guy, Darryl Trent. Of course, it was the Chiefs that took him. How did that matter, though? Like, instead of Trent, who did we get? Was it the pass rusher that we didn't use? Nice. Let's take a look at that wide receiver. Hope he's normal and he's just playing well because he's on the Chiefs. Star dev, okay. Pretty good player, though. But here we are. Who knows? Maybe the Browns can't keep up with our intelligence. We're very fast learners. Not very fast of a team. But the team's pretty smart. It's a pretty complex team, I suppose. And it's snowing, so I don't know. I mean, who knows? I mean, we all know that they're going to just run right over us. Probably literally with Chubb and assuming they still have Kareem Hunt. 7-0, 14-0, 14-7. Yeah, the Browns are coming back. It's a pretty damn good start, though. You can't lie. 17-14, 17-21. Gillette's just magical. There's some sort of cheating elements around here that just make it impossible to beat the Patriots. I mean, that's a huge upset. That's the biggest rebuild upset I've seen, for a fact. I mean, that was unexpected by a mile. Mac Jones just wanting it. Ramondre Stevenson, I really wish he was faster because I feel like he'd be really fun to use her, but he's not faster, so no thank you. And Hill, the rookie free safety. I didn't actually get a chance to see how well he played, but maybe, kind of like the underdog story we've all been waiting for. Of course, Josh Uche is a Uche. I've never been able to confirm this or not. Really bad upgrade, but not a bad edge player. Antoine Hill, I suppose, keep going zone. A stupid hybrid. Yeah, that's exactly what the freaking Patriots make everyone, a damn hybrid player. And then Alex Johnson, who is, probably a hybrid player. I mean, I guess technically Field General is kind of like a mix of the both, isn't it? Goddamn these Patriots and wanting their players to play every single position and scheme. We have a breakout in the playoffs here. And speaking of, he's the man. The 2-pick man. Nice. Let's see if we can do it. Going up against the Chiefs, who are 6 overalls higher than us. That's 1 less than the Browns, but of course, it's a bit of a difference between the two, and that is that the Chiefs usually win. That's the really biggest difference, is they just win. I suppose the Browns are a bit more balanced, where the Chiefs are just pure offense all the time, and they have a couple of playmakers on defense, just enough to give you 1 less touchdown scoring drive, and that's all the Chiefs need. 7-0. Still 7-0. Not bad. We equalize at 7. 10-7. Still 10-7. 14-10. 14-13. Come on, defense. Looking good, actually. Up 1. Down 7. And that's going to be the dagger. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. We didn't expect to win, but we beat the Browns. We're like, you know what? Maybe there's a chance. Who knows, right? Mac Jones technically outplayed Mahomes, which is impressive. Damian Harris. How could you? Yeah, I mean, he looks like he's just got backup money, right? Like, we need a new running back. Don't know if I want to pay one if there's someone there, but yeah, I mean, it would be nice to have someone a little more consistent and just a bigger playmaker in general. Oh, I didn't actually check if Hill got it or not, did he? Oh, Hill! Especially if he has a chance to go to Superstar. Could have went from normal to Superstar as basically an almost undrafted safety. That'd be insane. But if he could just get to Star, I would take it, though. Obviously, Niners versus Chiefs. Super Bowl winner is the Chiefs. Okay, very close matchup. Feel like I've seen that before. Let's take a look at our dev-ups if we had any. Mac Jones did not go to Superstar, which is, I mean, I'll be honest with you, a bit of an L. I mean, he had the chance to, didn't. Defensively, the free safety doesn't go to Star. We didn't get any dev-ups at all this season, which is really bad. I'm hoping Judon can be replaced here. Really? Are we stuck with him again? God damn, what is this team doing? Got about 45 mil to work with. I don't think there's anyone we want to actually re-sign here, though. There is not. That is a bunch of names that I do not want to see again. We do have a little bit of money, I suppose. We could try and get somebody. Like, if we had to guess what our biggest need was, running back would be up there. Wide receiver, I think next season they can take a big leap with, Schaffer being a superstar, Weston being a star but really fast. Defensively, middle linebacker is a huge need. Left end, we have Saunders. They're just trying to troll me here with Wise. Need a cornerback for the future, but not right now. And Dietrich Wise, I mean, might as well keep him as depth, I suppose. Middle linebacker, I mean, we're kind of just contractually stuck with some of these guys, aren't we? Like, we can't get rid of Judon. We got Witovich. He's worth it, I suppose. I don't know, dude. It's a weird squad. Like, we have a lot of players that we just can't replace. And there's a lot of players that could develop, but there's also some that are just kind of stuck there, and I feel like we should get rid of them, but we can't. Tom Brady's back. Tyreek Hill's pretty fun. Deron Payne. I don't even know if he really fits the team too much. Marquise Brown would be a huge addition. They need a burner here, and that is like a huge addition. Do we just pay some offensive players just like they kind of did in real life? Marquise Brown is the number 3, but technically comes in as the number 2 out the gate. I mean, that's not bad money either, and I really want Kareem Hunt. No matter what we do, we might pull off the offer on Marquise Brown, but Kareem Hunt is a very, very good fit here, and I want him. Like a super good fit. Uh-oh, is Mac Jones' job in trouble? Keontae Wheeler, chance to maybe draft him. And speaking of, in trouble, the freaking running back class is in trouble. There's not a whole lot going on here, which is a pretty rare sighting, I must say so. We got the bunch. We got Marquise Brown on a 4-year 43. We got Kareem Hunt on a 4-year 34. And then a little bit of a surprise one. We got Jamel Dean on like a 4-year 32. Just as a potential replacement for Stephon Gilmore. I know he doesn't really fill the shoes one for one, but a very good man coverage corner with some speed to play the number 2 spot to J.C. Jackson. Not the bad, not the worst looking outlook for the cornerback spot. Still have a little bit of money to work with. We definitely put ourselves at risk a bit, but I think we'll be fine. So we have pick 27, which is actually pretty far back. I don't know what to do because you have a guy like Chad Randall. DT's not the hugest need. We can kind of use a left end, kind of use a right end, kind of don't need him. But that guy looks insane. Carlos Foster, I don't even think we could use right away, but that early first grade is hard to pass on. Safety is the biggest need outside of middle linebacker. I think Alex Casey's going to be the guy I go with. I don't really like the depth there at middle linebacker. The Falcons go with corner number 1 overall, and when you got a guy like that, I can't really argue it unless you need a QB, which ironically enough, they probably do, but that's their decision, I suppose. Really good players. I mean, Landon Lamb is still there. Randy Robertson is still there. The middle linebacker is still there. I think you got to take him. Alex Casey's going to be the choice. Please be hidden, buddy. Yes, 76 overall hidden. May already be better than our number 1 middle linebacker at this point. Very fast. Got to say that catching's a little, disappointing, but a very good tackler as well. He's such a good player. We traded Anthony Jennings, Kendrick Bourne, and a second-round pick this year to move up 12 spots to the Eagles, which is, it's close. I think we might have kind of scammed them a little bit. But with this pick, I think safety being our number 1 need, we might have to take him. There's a lot of talent here. Oh, who's this guy? Dwight Turbin. Maybe we should have just waited. That speed is lacking, though. Like, he's very good with the excel and everything, but, man, I don't know if you could really pass on TJ Farrow. TJ Farrow, he's 6'4", similar to our guy, but I will say if he's not hidden, it basically makes it that we're drafting the guy we already have. So, this is a little debatable. What do you do? Honestly, what do you do? Could use the DT, I suppose. I think we're going to take TJ Farrow. 3 choices. Make the right one, please. Oh, it's an L. That's a massive L. Of course, he does bring some hit power to the table, which our current free safety doesn't. But that's a huge L. Like, that is massive. I would love to see what those 2 others look like, but, man, I have a feeling Ward will be star. But, oh my god, that's a terrible one. That's awful. And if we did go for Marquise Brown, I would have actually drafted Nicholas Foster, but I just don't think we need him. At this point, I just don't believe we need him anymore. And this center looks too good to pass. Can't wait for my hidden. No! Okay, I thought he was going to be hitting. He's obviously a really good player still, but okay, a little misleading. And I don't want to risk this guy. I don't really need him too much, but we'll take the depth. Matt Montgomery, 69 overall normal, and I mean good. Definitely a great user, but not really doing much for me on his own. We trade 155 this and a 6 this for 140 from Seattle to take the running back. That looked really good. He's been there for ages. I don't know how good he's actually going to be, but should at least be, like a fast little change of pace back. Looks really good, actually, and I'm glad to take him. 6'6 overall, normal dev, pretty damn fast. Change direction is a little lower than I would have thought, but really good receiving back. He's just a good player. Aggressive guy? Do they want him as a wide receiver? Hello? What is that? It looks more like a wide receiver than a running back. Our last fullback wasn't great, so we're going to grab Dylan Polk, 69 overall, and blocking's pretty bad, but he is, like a kind of like a running back fullback. I don't even know. So we followed up our, kind of meh, what is it? It was a good, bad draft with a really, really debatable one. But we landed a starting middle linebacker, which was one of our bigger needs. We also landed a starting free safety, which is better than Hill, but not significantly. Alex Casey, yeah, that's an L of a draft. I mean, he would have had to be like a superstar, maybe even an X factor for him to be worth the pick, and he just was not. Let's take a look at some of the choices that we did pass up on. That DT for one. Where was he? Like, he was a legitimate pass on. I think he was still there at the time. Chad Randall falls right into the lap of KC, and he looks absolutely insane. Can't wait to see what this freaking stud is. If he's higher than star, that's just an L. Okay, he is only star, thankfully. Landon Lamb was one of the corners we wanted. Normal dev, kind of expected it. Here's the huge L if he's star or better, which he will be. Hidden development, absolute god. They drafted basically Khalil Mack back-to-back. Not really back-to-back, but you know what I mean. They drafted another Khalil Mack, basically. This is a huge L. It's only star, thankfully, but him being star is still, like, a really good pick, obviously. And now for the biggest L, I want to see these safeties. All right, Mike Ward, I thought he would be star. He's only normal. He's actually a huge L compared to who we got. And then I think Dwight Turbin was the other guy. The thing is, look at how slow he is. Like, unless this guy's a superstar, maybe even has to be an X factor out the gate to be considered a pick that's decent. I think all three safeties were just misleading, honestly. Unless the guy is an X factor, I don't think this was a good pick either. Yeah, nah, dude. I would rather have my guy by a mile. Seeing hidden would be such good false hope, and then as soon as you scroll over to the athletic traits, you're like, well, that's a bust. Like, I don't know how tall and, like, what's the size of him, but if he's not 6'1", 230 with that freaking speed, he's an absolute L. We can at least use our guy, right? Like, 87 speed is not great, but 90 excel with 87 speed is miles faster than 85 speed, 85 excel, especially since he's 6'4". So the squad for, what is this, year 3 now? Not half bad. Of course, we did pay a decent bit of money for Marquise Brown, but I feel like maybe the slot role just is the best for him to just stick to. So we're going to keep him in that number 3 spot with Schaffer, the superstar, number 1, and Weston, who honestly really does feel like a true number 1 more than Schaffer, but of course that route running is rough. But yeah, we'll keep a monitor on it, see what happens. Of course, Kareem Hunt hopefully has a god-tier year for us. O-line's still the best. Defensively, a lot more potential. I mean, Farrow doesn't really bring too much to the table more than Hill, but I suppose he's a little bit more sound, and he is technically younger, because obviously Hill just got done playing his rookie year. He was decent. I don't know, dude. I was really hoping for a better safety than that. Obviously, Dean will be the number 3. So, I mean, it's an okay squad. It's okay, but I don't know where, some of these positions can't really go too high, right? Like, Duggar started off old, so he's already 27. It's just similar to Winovich. J.C. Jackson's fine. He's kind of a decent overall, but it's a lot of guys that are kind of old starting, right? Thankfully, Mac Jones isn't super old. He's 24. Should be fine. He also got to 87 throw power now. Keep going for those deep throw upgrades, and maybe we'll be fine. We started off all right, and then we started to lose a bunch of games. Now we're winning a little bit again. That center we took is absolutely being wasted, by the way. Kyle Duggar. I do not like the price that he is at. What about Josh Uche? Why are all these players like? I mean, they're so weird. I don't know, dude. Onwenu obviously gets a contract. He's not weird. He's just good. Give him a 6-year deal. What about Gilmore? That's the question. What about Hunter Henry? I think Hunter Henry will give a 4-year deal too. Jonnu will be gone because at this point we're not really even using him enough to be worth it. Gilmore will wait. We'll wait to see what the regression is like. Shaq Mason, we don't need to get rid of him. And we can afford him. And he's good, but we have a guy waiting. We could save some money and maybe actually attack another position that we need to. Duggar has been okay. I don't really like that age, but it is what it is. Maybe last second we decided to go for Mason and Gilmore, but I don't know. We have a bit of a surprising season here, and surprising in a good way. If we would have won, we would have probably had a bye week. I actually don't know if that's true or not, but would have maybe had a bye week. And maybe, like I said, I don't know, we would have been tied at 12-5 with the Browns. But more importantly, we would have had the home game at least. Pretty good year, obviously. Started off strong, kind of went downhill a little bit, then finished off strong except for that last game. Strong, weak, strong, except for that game. So basically, literally what I just said. Thanks to me for looking that twice. Look at Mac Jones. Touchdowns, yardage. It's good. It's above average or about average. Will he ever take the next step, though? I don't know. That's the question. Kareem Hunt, 1,300 yards, 13 touchdowns. Weston, really good yards. Schaffer, really good yards. Brown, glad we paid him. Hunter Henry, not great, but he's a tight end. O-line played all right. Winovich with another 10-plus sack season. Judon with 10. Saunders with 6. Josh, kind of meh at a 4.5. Picks were kind of iffy. Vargas missed 2 because of blocks out of the total of 6. So still not great, but block kicks can't really blame too much. I mean, it's an okay season. It's another playoff season. This team kind of is just feeling like an average team, isn't it? And that Grant guy, or whatever his name is, so glad or Trent, that's his name. So glad we didn't get him because he is just absolutely killing it there for him. But let's go against the Dolphins. I mean, this is the game I'd expect to win. Even though, once again, I do feel like we're just an average team. We're teetering on average to above average. I don't know if we have enough playmakers, at least yet, to do it, right? Like, if you look at the offense, who's a playmaker? Weston, maybe? Kareem Hunt's really good, but as a normal or a star dev guy that's, about to be 29, he's good, not, insane. I don't know. We're missing an X factor, a true X factor on offense. Maybe Weston can be that. I don't know. Schaffer and Weston were pretty good, I suppose. But, we're just, our speed is average. Our finesse move and all that. Our power move. It's all average. It's, all average stuff. And Gilmore's about to leave. He was, the X factor. And just like that, there's 7 seconds left. They are going to kick this field goal, right? It looks like that. Vargas, can he hit it? He does. It's overtime. Against Miami, though. And we're running. Okay, it was Mac Jones, at least. Wow. That is impressive punting. Remember when we paid Jake Bailey all that money? Worth every penny. That was a boot. How many yards was that thing? Where's the punt? Am I stupid? Hello? Oh, that's the wrong quarter. Overtime, they don't show it. Really? Let's view the highlights. Where is it? Where's the freaking punt, bruh? 0-yard punt return, wrong thing. They don't show it. I don't know, dude, but it was a long punt. Just understand that. But Mac Jones, like I said, just average stuff. We need above average level play. We need elite play from someone. And Jamel Dean did get a pick. Clutch signing, I suppose. But another season where we get to the playoffs, we win in the wild card round, and then we end up probably facing a team that's, once again, they got the elite players. They got those X factors, those game-changing type of players that we're just missing. And it's the Browns. I mean, we beat them once, but are they still good? 85. I mean, they did drop. Their overall definitely dropped. We're a higher overall than them. Okay, I mean, fair enough. Mac Jones has got the ratings. It's just his arm's not that strong, so we're limited a little bit. We're just limited a little bit. Going to the end of the game, let's see it. Not a bad drive. We only get 3, though. We give up 7 on the other drive. 7-3, 7-6, 10-6. 10-9 is a close game that's really just like sad by both squads. 13-9, down by 1, down by 4. What a weird game. Down by 4 again. Oh, look at us. Can we do it? And we do. 33-26. We're in the championship round. Unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff. Who had the rushing numbers? Chubb. Chubb was balling out. Defensively, sack totals. Barmore with 2. Saunders with 1. They just played better than us in most categories. Antoine Hill. But we did just enough to beat them. Vargas 4 for 5. Would like to see a 5 for 5 game. Hill, though, with an interception. Interesting enough. Really surprised he got in there. Of course, he is the backup. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we got a first-round safety. Hill was better than a 7th rounder, but he's playing as backup, so we're still getting our values worth, I suppose. And this would be a very, very strange rebuild for us to win the Super Bowl here, but it's the Broncos. It's doable. It's definitely doable. Don't know who the other team is going to be on the NFC side, but even the NFC at this point, with the Buccaneers probably regressing into the ground, there's not a whole lot of talent there. I mean, the Saints, I suppose, yeah, but if the Eagles win that, I mean, I'm liking our chances, even though this team, of course, have a little bit of a track record with the NFC East. 7-0. Please don't lose to Denver, though. Don't lose to Denver, though. That's the team you can't be losing to here. Really? Denver's got a defense, but, I mean, is Vaughn even there anymore? We're going to beat the Browns, but we can't get a point against Denver. 8-29. Really? 100. Mac Jones is gone, dude. We need a new quarterback. He's just not the guy. He's simply not the guy. How do you throw for barely over 100 yards and you throw 0 touchdowns with 4 picks? How is that possible? With this line, the receivers are getting there. I know they're not exactly there yet, but they're pretty good. I'd imagine they're in the mid-80s. They got to be in mid-80s by now. That is atrocious. He better hope he came away with some sort of superstar somehow. He better hope, as it is the Eagles versus the Denver Broncos. This is a weird Super Bowl, and the Broncos win. Of course they would. Let's take a look at our dev-ups, if we even had any. Weston surprisingly did not go up, but Weston, he's an 80. Schaffer's an 81. Marquise Brown's an 87. 90 for Henry. Kareem Hunt's a 90. How are you selling this hard, Mac Jones? What is this? Am I missing something? Defensively, any dev-ups? Winovich is an X factor, and that's like literally it. We have like no dev-ups ever. It's so bad, dude. These dev-ups, they don't exist. And Stephon Gilmore could play another year, but do we want him to? That's the question. Do we actually want him to or not? Gilmore is a... Ooh, Shaq Mason did drop. Was he not like a 90 overall? Am I, is that a correct statement, or was he an 88? 86 overall. He's not bad, but I think we're going to start our guard, or our center at guard. Very athletic, in fairness. And then Gilmore, let's just save some money. Gilmore is a very good player, but although we could have tried Gilmore at safety. That would have been pretty sick. I know he's more of a man coverage guy, but damn. His zone coverage is actually pretty high. Will he take it? Whew, that's a harsh one to take. Okay, Stephon Gilmore's a free agent. I don't want to keep like allocating so many supplies and whatnot to the freaking safeties, but man, our free safety position has just not improved. It really hasn't. Devin McCourty is laughing at us at this point. You are not the guy that I was talking about. It was Green that I was talking about. Sorry, Fowler. And definitely not you, Johnny. I don't know why you're even up for debate here. You're a freaking tight end. I actually wonder if we can get rid of Johnny, speaking of. And we can. Oh, that's big. We can get like a 4th off of him maybe as well. This is not bad looking. Okay. I mean, I like where we are. Okay, fair enough. And even though Judon has played well for us, his overall has dropped significantly. He has to go. I'd rather start someone young than just to force him in the starting lineup. Rylan Matthews, your time has come. Please show us something, because that was a bit of an L when we picked you. I'll just be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with him. I think people, they enjoy a little honesty here and there. Justin Tucker, the 97 overall, who, I don't even think he actually changed much. I think they just put his freaking awareness really high. Don't need him, though. Tunsil's a cool player. Don't really need him. Stephon Gilmore, obviously, we just lost him. Fletcher Cox, Shaq Mason. Man, this is looking like a pretty dry free agency again. Oh, damn. 4.24. That's the fastest I've seen. That's the fastest you can be, pretty much. Okay. You go get it, girl. Of course, we don't get Grant Delpit or Igbenogany. Love it, love it. But we do get Pittman, who is significant because, once again, we're getting rid of Jonnu. So if this team still wants to use those 2 tight ends, Pittman is your guy. All right, so, I mean, we got James Bradbury. Typical, very obvious thing to do is move him to safety, which we're going to do. You know, it happens quite a bit. It's going to happen here as well. He's a little bit better in zone than he is in man. We need him at the free safety spot. Maybe he's enough to put us over the top. I don't know. 24 is a little too fresh, if I don't say so myself. So he's going to put number 25 on it. And he's actually going to be a decent overall. He's an 86 at free safety, so he actually goes up in overall. And yes, we're wasting more valuable draft picks by not starting them. Damn it, I didn't want to do that. I did want the trade, of course, but I wanted to give them Rylan Matthews. And for some reason, even though they need a right outside linebacker, they don't value him. I wanted to show you it was a first this year, pick 29, a first next year, and Rylan Matthews, a former pretty much first-round pick for the Bears, pick 5 overall. We're taking a massive risk here, but I'm trading all of that up just so we can try and get this Tony McCollum guy. Looks like a stud. He was the Heisman winner. This got to be a good pick. 78 overall hidden, and hopefully he's better than Star, because as a pure like ratings to ratings guy, he's actually like literally the same as Rylan Matthews. However, we're hoping and we're banking on the fact that because he was a Heisman winner, that he may have X Factor, which would be a huge win, a huge move. And if he's not at least superstar, it's a huge L. John Peoples is still here, and even though we have our safety position set for right now, that isn't always going to be the case, especially with James Bradbury potentially being gone next season. Guy has a lot of speed, so maybe he can play corner. We're going to draft him, and he is normal, but he's a 76 overall. He's got a lot of potential, but yes, our relationship to safeties in this one has not been good. It's been pretty bad. All right, this guy looks way more raw than the Niners cornerback that we were going to be trading up for, but he went pick 8 in the 3rd. Warren Spillman, mid-first. Please just be good. Also 75 overall. Normal, definitely usable. No hidden, unfortunately, but a very solid number 3, and I'm not mad with it. I'm happy with it. As long as McCollum is superstar or better, that's all that matters to me. Literally all that matters. And wow, okay, no freaking picks. Everyone's gone, huh? Every single player. We had like a 6th-round wide receiver, and even he's gone. But I suppose we can use this 4th round to trade down. Maybe gain a late 3rd from someone. I doubt it, but maybe. Why not? Late 5th, Calvin Underwood will take him. 68 overall, normal. Should be kind of fast. Ugh. So all we have is McCollum as our only hidden, but once again, please just be a god, and nobody will care. Give it to me. Oh, it's an L. It's an L. We traded up. Oh, it's a massive L. This is... Why do I'm never going for a white edge rusher ever again. Massive, massive, unbelievable L. That hurts. Let's take a look at this cornerback. Edens, 4.25, 4.40, gives you 97 speed, 91 excel, apparently. Let's take a look at the development trait. Probably a superstar or X Factor. Let's take a look, and only star. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. DT, Mr. Kurt Hand. Sounds like Hurt Hand, which is, a lawsuit. Okay, fair enough. Let's take a look at the Niners, see that cornerback that we could have had. Didn't get the trade up in time, and he was also normal. Better than the guy we took, but also, they're both normal, so it's not crazy. But yeah, we have been taking L after L in these drafts. Not that he's not a great player, and some of the other guys weren't great, but when you compare him to the other classes we've had in the past, they're just not even close. But that being said, we've been close, speaking of, to a Super Bowl. We're now officially in year 4. We do these for 5 seasons, so technically 2 years left. I will say the team's kind of on an underdeveloped situation now, but there's not really much we could do with that, right? Like, Weston had a lot of potential. Schaffer, I don't know what happened. He's a superstar dev, had a really good year, and he's just not developing. I don't know if it's just the scheme and the team is just like focusing on catching, but like 88 release, 90 catch, 91 catch in traffic, 92 spec, 95 jump with 75 short, 72 medium, 68 deep route running. Why? Like, where's the upgrades, my man? Ooh. I wonder which one. Stopping the run or power and finesse. Let's be honest. He's going to get a dev up by doing power and finesse stuff. So, like, clearly that one, which I believe with that boost actually puts him at, like, 90. He's actually really underrated. And if he gets a superstar, that would be amazing. And I just realized I named my coach Sky Kids 3D. I meant to say Spy Kids. God damn it. I had to redo it because I had 3D without the space, and it was just like 3'd, and I was like, what the hell's a 3'd? And then I redid it, and I must have accidentally spelled Sky instead of... God damn it, actually ruined. I really feel like I was poised for big things, but it didn't. Suck it, Ben. Bend over one. I just noticed that it says Sky Kids. God damn it. Such a good freaking name, ruined. I actually can't get over the fact that I sold that hard. The hell's a Sky Kid? David Andrews needs a contract. We aren't going to talk about it. Mac Jones, let's see how he's actually played. He wants about 21 per, which isn't terrible if he's doing well, which, I mean, it looks like he's on par for another pretty good season. It's not crazy money for today's NFL. It kind of gives me like Kirk Cousins vibes, actually a little bit less. So I'm willing to do it, I suppose. And I mean, you play like Kirk Cousins, it's good enough. It's just good enough. And he's young. He still has a higher ceiling to go. Christian Barmore, gonna get it done there. And there's a lot of backups that are actually kind of decent. Like Sean Wade is pretty good. Cameron McGrone is pretty good. We might actually give some contracts out to those guys. James Bradbury, if he doesn't regress too hard since he's a free safety, maybe a 3 or 20 is actually not bad. Can we just like trick him into just taking this L real quick? A 1 year like 8? That's not bad, actually. Nice. Not bad, actually. Like, he asked for a 3 or 20, so we're giving him, you know, he's asking for what, about 6.5, 6.7? That's not bad. That's not bad. Gets a little bit more. It's almost all guaranteed, which is a bit of an L if he actually drops hard, but I have faith in him, hopefully. David Andrews, 2-year deal. I'd rather just turn this into a 1-year deal, which I think he would accept. So we're looking pretty good, but will we have enough juice to actually make a run in the playoffs? I will say, this is probably the only rebuild I've done in a long time where there's really no, like, I wouldn't say, I guess, identity, but there's no real, like, guy to rally around, right? Like, the most excitement we have around here is Kareem Hunt kicking women. Like, honestly, that's about it, which, you know, I mean, hey, that's excitement. Mac Jones, pretty good player, but, like, is he really, like, I don't feel like he's a personality guy. Like, he just looks like a backup. I don't know. He's played well, and he's going to be our starter, but who around here is the personality piece? You know, like, everyone's just, like, really keep it to themselves. No one has anything to say type of situation. I don't know, dude. This team is just boring at this rate. But boring doesn't matter if you're a good player and a good team. And we have good players and a good team. We just are boring. But if we win a Super Bowl being boring, I do not care. Weston really good. Brown could go to superstar. Schaffer, you know, not really playing up to that superstar dev. We don't have a lot of backups, but hey, it worked out because all of our players actually played pretty well. Yuch, not bad, 10.5. 8.5 for Ben Saunders, 7.5 for Winovich. McCullum, 5.5. Totally glad that we, did it for him. Hey, Duggar, if that's not enough for X Factor, that is kind of harsh. Vargas, he's getting worse every season, which makes no sense because he should be getting better. Marion Bryant was a pretty good pick because he's been a decent kick returner and he's like really, fit for the job. Award wins, I don't expect to win any. And good, oh, well, DB. But I was about to say, good thing we didn't expect it because we sure as hell didn't get it. But yeah, it's okay, fair enough. Going up against the Texans, they are just, I mean, come on, right? Like, you want to talk about, I wouldn't say boring because if they still have Deshaun Watson, that sure is something. But yeah, they're kind of like a lacking personality team as well, right? And it's snowing. Okay, I mean, this has got to be good for us, I would imagine. Here it is. Win this game or you are trash. That's not true. They've got a pretty good history, and it's pretty relevant still. 7-3, not bad defensively, but offensively he's got to do a lot better than that. Up by 1. Offense, do something. I mean, anything at all. Would you mind? Thank you. Up nothing because we're all tied up, and the Texans drive all the way down. They get the touchdown. And we're kind of getting to that point. Are you serious? Do you mind like not running the ball when there's no time left? That would be great. Could go over the middle. That's not anyone open. Oh, Mac Jones, we've lost. We absolutely sold. He has got to be the worst quarterback I've ever seen. He is so slow, dude. Weston on the sideline. Weston on the sideline's pretty good. Holds on. Hurry up to the line. We gotta keep that timeout. We gotta keep the timeout, I said. Oh, crap. It's 4th down. Oh, no. We lost. I was spamming Y. I was like, come on, spam. Come on, hurry up. That's a sell, dude. Oh, that was a sell. Holy crap. That was 4th down. All right. Well, this was another lackluster end here. That was really disappointing. Once again, I'm talking about it multiple times now. The lack of personality. There's no identity. There's no, big name that you can rally behind. Can we fix that in free agency? I don't know. We should have some money. I actually didn't see how much money we had when we were re-signing players, but I would assume we have a little bit of money to work with. So if there's a big name there, we might have to just pull the trigger and just do it. Chiefs in the Super Bowl again against the Panthers, and the winner of that one is the Chiefs. But yeah, we definitely got to do something. Free agency, we've been kind of tame. Now we actually have our salary cap in order. We just paid Mac Jones. There's no one really to worry about. I think we can spend. Also, good news, the pass rusher that we got that was only star development trade, he costed us our first round this year, so we don't have one of those, which is just great. Mac Jones! Macaroni! With the superstar dev. And Marquise Brown, also superstar. At this rate, I think Marquise is just going to be our number 1. Or our number 2. I mean, I don't know what to think. Like, at this rate, like, Schaffer is just, like, trash somehow. I don't know. Kareem Hunt never got to superstar, which really sucks. No dev up for Duggar, but a huge dev up for Jamel Dean. That is like a very clutch, massive dev up to superstar. JC, hello? Oh, we sold. No wonder why he took the damn deal. Yikes. I mean, that's all guaranteed, baby. We gave him nearly 7 mil. He's obviously very good still, but not, ruling out him moving a corner and then getting a different safety. We'll see what we have. Maybe Jamel drops down to number 3 if we find someone decent in free agency at number 2. All it takes is a lockdown corner to pair with J.C. Jackson, and it's really hard to pass on our team. David Andrews, we don't know who's actually going to be there in free agency, so we might as well offer him. Huh? Really? Okay. If you want to leave, I may sign you back. There's no guarantees that I'm going to just leave you, but your agent might be like, hey, we want it, Or maybe, you don't. I don't know. We really should have just tagged him, but it is what it is. We can do better or just get him back. Don't tell him that. So 52 mil. We have a lot of our positions filled. We could trade off one of the wide receivers, actually, if we wanted to, especially when you got a guy like D-Hop, but I don't think that's the move. Donald could be the move. Khalil Mack could be the move. Like I said, I think we need identity. I don't know if Donald would ever be let go by the Rams, but I also don't know their contract situation. I'm willing to pay Donald just because he's a very good player and he can, improve any team. 126 points. If that's not enough, the fact that Green Bay is offering for him, I freaking wish. 21.6. Boom. Anything else? Like, everyone else kind of just looks like a waste of time and money, right? Like, we do have a backup that's, like, not bad. 76 overall. David Andrews is, not really needed necessarily. But I suppose if he wants to take a 1-year 9, I would do it. God, I wish Hopkins was younger, dude. I want him. Would he take a 1-year, like, 23? Oh, we're broke. Huh? I would imagine he may, but damn, he's not taking that. We also really shouldn't. But I imagine we have to pay someone like Schaffer and Weston soon, so I don't know if, and by soon, I mean, this upcoming season, I don't know if it's worth keeping them anyways, so Schaffer might get Schaffered here. We trade him for, a first-round pick. He's definitely worth it, just based on, his ratings and, the fact that he's a superstar, but I don't know. I mean, it's a tough decision, but we need extra draft picks. We're really not making our team better. I don't know what to tell you. J.C. Horn's a free agent. That is surprising. I don't think I've ever seen him in free agency. He's a really good corner, but what do you do? Like, I don't remember what we paid J.C. Jackson, but it's got to be pretty significant. J.C. Horn, nah, they're actually paying him quite a bit. Of course, Eddie Jackson's there. Damn, Bradbury. Eddie Jackson's a 3-year deal worth, like, that much? I'll offer him a 3-year 10. I mean, it's really going to kind of act as like a 2-year 10 because it's more guarantee, I guess. Not really, actually. It's a pretty fair contract for us. He's taking a risk, really, not us. Oh, well, I'm happy with it. Whatever. Really weird free agency, and it's really not going to help us out too much. Once again, no first-round pick, but we're looking to trade Schaffer to one of the late first-round teams. We have a lot of depth picks as well that we can make. Quarterback, we obviously re-signed, so it really doesn't matter any of these guys. We'll put them on the list because you can never have enough backups at really any position. Running back is definitely a need. And my batteries are dying, which is, I mean, it just keeps happening, man. Nothing wants to live on me. Everything just keeps dying. Do I fall for another damn safety? Oh, man. Bradbury's a 1-year guy. Can always move back down to corner as a backup. He's a good player. There's some solid-looking safeties here. I don't know what to tell you. We might have to take one. We're going to get baited again, but we might have to. We get Aaron Donald. Of course, he's 34 now, and he has lost a step, but a lost step, Aaron Donald, is still better than like 90% of the leagues. I'll take it. And then David Andrews returns on a cheaper deal than we were actually willing to get him. So, suck it. Goddamn Sky Kids, dude. Ooh, and Eddie Jackson. That's surprising. Normally, if you offer a contract and then you wait, unless it's a really lowball guy, you normally don't get it unless you re-up it. And I guess he was just like, screw it. No one else is calling. We're going to take it. Definitely, ruins our plans a little bit, but we can also make some trades with some of the current guys we have. I think everything will be all right. If somebody looks decent, we're going to take him, and that one guy looked terrible. We might still take one of these safeties just because the future is still something we need to worry about. Obviously, our current free safety is kind of low. Oh, my God. 23, but an 8.1 grade. That is maybe the highest I've seen this Madden. I can't remember. I don't really look at the running backs too much because they're usually the highest anyways. But 20 mil. Don't remember who we had to re-sign, but the fact that we re-signed... So we probably have to re-sign Weston. So yeah, Schaffer we have to trade because we just won't be able to afford him. So who was the #1 team again? It was the Chiefs, right? The Chiefs don't want this. Chiefs and who? They take it. Schaffer to the Panthers for pick 31. Definitely on the aging side for wide receivers. It's really just DJ Moore there, and even he's not really that kind of like big, true #1 type tech. I mean, he's still a true #1, but he's not, that big, I suppose. And we have a bunch of second-round talent guys. There's some really good-looking corners in here. Deion Fox is one of them. Obviously, you just seen Moses McKenzie looks insane. I don't think I'll trade up because all those guys are backups anyways, but it's going to be a really tough decision if they're all there at 31. And Moses McKenzie is. The Foxster is not. Dalvin Fry. There's some really good players here, dude. Like, they're all backups, like I said, pretty much. But, I mean, backup or not, they're very talented. Yeah, I don't think there's a better pick here than Moses McKenzie. We're going for him. Super fast. Normal dev, but a 79 overall right out the gate. That is really good. Of course, very interesting what they're trying to tell us here with that injury, stamina, and toughness. But he's very talented. That's really all I can tell you. Good player. And now I think DT's not the biggest need, but it's something we'll look for in the future anyways. So I think we're going to wait for one of the DTs to go, and then we might just trade up for the other one. So Torrance was probably the better guy, but I will say day one, Fryer probably looks better. Let's go to the Bears, who obviously lost Eddie Jackson. Probably need a free safety, and we have a couple of decent backups here. So 54 and what's his name? Hill. I know he's 25. Damn, he's a lot older than I thought. Do we give him a fourth this year? We'll give him a fourth this year. If they take it, they take it. 54 Hill and 118 for 37. Not terrible. Maybe I should have just gave him Pharaoh. Damn, we really do not need those safeties. We have safeties. We just keep cucking them by not starting them. But Dalvin Fryer looks pretty good. We'll take him. Why not? You can learn from the guy himself, Donald, since they are similar type players, right? Dalvin Fryer, pretty fast, athletic guy, kind of the same size-ish. Really good player. Hidden, who knows what that is, probably star, but anything better is a steal. Man, Hatchet is so hard to pass, dude. But, like, if he's normal, it's yet another sell on the books. And you also have Malachi Ridley, maybe not the highest in talent grade, but super athletic. Oh, man, I don't know. In a user league, I would probably go with... Man, who do you go with, actually? That's really tough. They're both insane. So we trade 86 and Fowler to the Falcons for pick 65, which I think will be that center. We need a true center. The guy we had, he's 76 overall normal. He's good, and he's a good trade for them with that third round, but this guy just looks like an absolute god. So that's who I'm going to take, Wayne Hunter, and he is 73 overall only, surprisingly, but something you can't teach offensive linemen, apparently, and that is devs. There was a really good left tackle. I'm curious to see how good he was, and Hatchet already goes. Hatchet was the guy I wanted more. I think we're just going to end up looking at seeing who's better, really. I don't think it's worth going up for the other safety. I don't care how good they are. At the end of the day, there's Billy Burton, the tackle I was looking at. At the end of the day, I don't want to go for another guy. Another non-hidden development trait trash can. And I'm trading up for someone here. Who do we want, though? Late fourth. Some pretty good running backs. Late fourth, huh? Yeah, this third round's filled with some pretty good potential players. So we give them a pretty good trade. We trade him 125, 100, and Montgomery for 77. Montgomery is definitely a good player to use. We just don't have a need for him since we have 2 star devs that we may actually lose. I didn't even think about those guys as well. This definitely is like, well, I wouldn't say definitely the last season, but it should be the last season if we don't want to get humiliated even more. Daryl Brackett, massive amounts of potential, great combine grade, great skills for his size. He's pretty fast, pretty athletic, hoping for the best. Give me a hidden. 74 overall hidden, we take those. No matter what isn't starting this season, oh my lord, he's actually nuts. They gave him aggressive catch, which is very interesting, but 84 strength. 91 speed, 93 excel. I don't know. That was really weird. I don't know what that was about, but I don't really know about all the strength ratings in Madden, but I'd say that's got to be top 5 for running backs. That's really good. That puts him at literally in the top 5. Like I said, top 5. That's wild. That is really wild. Obviously, he's kind of tied for top 5, but that's nuts, especially as a rookie. Who knows what his dev is? That's the future right there. Everyone's pissed because they just drafted... I don't even know who I would say that is. Like, who's a comparable, like, I guess a slightly slower Nick Chubb? Maybe even, like, right on par with him? I don't even know, but that's nuts. It's a really good pick. Raheem Streeter, don't need him, but we're on a roll. We're taking him. Damn, we're not on a roll. We're on a freaking... 84 strength again. Okay, so... They love to give a lot of strength to these power backs in the sim. I mean, we saw it there. It was right up there. Like I said, top 5 for strength. That's kind of wild. Maybe we're just landing steals. I don't know. And he's normal, but if you get a dev up, it really doesn't matter what starting dev it is. Especially since you get an XP boost, it might actually be a bonus to start at normal. We always say it. I'm trying to think back, and I don't remember us drafting anyone that's starting right out the gate, right? Like Moses McKenzie's probably the closest call as the number 3 corner, most likely. Dalvin Fryer maybe a starter. I can't remember who we have, but I'm pretty sure he's not starting either. The running back isn't starting. There's a lot of guys that are, they're very good. They could be great next season, but as of right now, definitely not really needed. Wayne Hunter, 73 overall hidden. There's a chance he's superstar. Obviously, it's just complete RNG at this rate unless he gets a freaking scenario. And he is superstar. Okay, that's a win. Finally, a superstar development lineman. We haven't really went for linemen in this one that much because obviously you don't really need to when you're the Patriots, but, nice. We got a couple and we finally got a hidden. What number looks good on him? 32, 34, 30, 29. I guess 34. And he is only star. I thought he was going to be superstar. I'm not going to lie. Still very good, though. And what else were we missing? Who do we miss? Like, there was somebody. Oh, yeah, Florence. Florence, the DT. Hidden development trait, of course. Super freaking fast. Let's take a look at that dev. Dev was star, so we obviously dodged a bullet on that one because we would have had to trade up a lot to get up there. Leon Stockton. Who else do we have? Oh, here's Deion Fox, the other cornerback. Yoicks! I knew our guy was going to be better, but, never know with the devs. Oh, that wasn't even the guy. This was the guy. Normal development trait. I'm not mad. Very good player, but not hidden. So, I mean, we still did well with that. Were all the other guys we missed in the third round? I think they were. So, Hatchet, please be normal. Yes, sir. Nice. I don't know what is wrong with these safeties, but they are all just not good. This was not one of the guys, but it's just curious anyways. Billy Burton, I think, was on my list. He is hidden. Wasn't really, shocked by it, but that center was just like one of those, like, generational center talents, and you can obviously tell with the ratings, the hidden being superstar. And then I think there was just one more player, right? I think I had Shepard on the list as well, hidden as well, which is nice. This other Shepard was on the list. Glad we didn't go for him. And then where's the other strong safety? Surely he went around here somewhere. Gotta be better than Star to regret it. And I regret it. Unfortunately. Where was the quarterback? Did he go actually in? It must have been late third. I know we're spending a lot of time looking at these players, but there were some pretty good gems. This must have been the guy. Hidden development trait. Pretty good. Usable. A little slower than you would like, but still fast enough to maybe run if there's literally no one around, or you're playing a slow defensive line. And he has Star. The amount of safeties that we're wasting here. Look at this guy. Why didn't we just start him? Like, what are we doing? Absolute wasters. It is what it is, though. I don't care. We are also basically wasting the team. I think it is Chase Winovich's last season on the team anyways, but I think we're just going to move to a slightly more traditional 3-4? Yeah, 3-4, and just, put Donald on the inside there. We also add a third-round pick for Shepard, who's a 24-year-old normal, not super hard to get. A player like him, and the Browns are a late third. So once again, it's not an unfair trade by any means. Alright, it's year 5. We've done well, gotten to the playoffs, and we've been one of the best teams by overall every year, except for this year. It's definitely been a little bit slower than most of our rebuilds, but overall, we still have built a good enough roster to get there. Aaron Donald could be the guy that put us over the edge. We'll see. We're lacking on some spots, but at the end of the day, we can only do so much. We've put the right pieces in place. We just need them to actually perform. The sliders have been on the correct sliders this whole time. We just really haven't gotten a whole lot of great upgrades, to be honest. So how much did we screw ourselves over? Aaron Donald, that guy will be up for debate. We don't 100% know if we're going to keep him. The whole offensive line needs to be re-signed. Cole Weston. Okay, we have a lot of money in fairness. Cole Weston, a 5-year, 57 is fair. I don't know if he'll ever dev up, though, so I'm going to keep it safe and keep it like that. Ben Saunders is like that. I mean, he's just perfect for this team. He's just going to get a 4-year deal. I don't know what else to say. He's very good, decently fast, good power move and all that. Elijah Green, definitely going to keep him. He is really not even asking for that much. I mean, this is actually a steal for us. What else do we have? Alex Johnson, we'll sign him. Vargas has actually developed pretty well, even though he's missing a couple more kicks than we'd like him to. What else do we have? Isaiah Wynn kind of is built more to play center, to be honest, but he's played okay at tackle. He's improved over the last few seasons for sure. Started off a little bit more shaky. Definitely re-signing him. Trent Brown as a superstar, I think, can play for another 2 years, so we'll give him the deal. $56 million to work with. Donald could get the deal. Andrews is gone, so I'm just going to save the time there. And, so we have to re-sign Alex Johnson and potentially Donald. If we beat the 6-10 Jets, we steal the division, and by stealing, I mean we just win it. We also win a bye week. This has got to be the year. I'll show you guys we didn't force any wins. Joe Mixon with 2,000 rushing yards. Looking at the regular season, these are the numbers. Really solid stuff. Glad to see it. And let's see what the season looked like from the passing perspective. Is this the year that Mac Jones finally, and it looks like it, absolutely crushed it. Insane. 54 touchdowns, 12 picks, 5,355 yards. Rushing was better than normal. Could go to superstar. Cole Weston, as you couldn't tell, we did move to the Chiefs playbook for this final sim just to see how much it would help us, and it helped us a lot. Cole Weston should be superstar. Hunter Henry, I don't, once again, think you can get a dev up for a tight end from star to superstar without a breakout. Marquise Brown, 1136 with 8 touchdowns. Kareem Hunt was on top of it, too. O-line was pretty solid. Alex Johnson went absolutely off. Sack totals, 12 for Donald. Saunders, 11.5. McCollum, 9.5. I'll take it. Josh Uche, I'm not taking no 9.5. I can't. It won't fit. Josh Uche or Uche with 6. You think I would have learned by now what his name is? I haven't. McKenzie, the rookie, with 3. Jackson with 3. Jackson with 2. 1 for Peoples. Excuse me, Duggar. You went from 7 to 0. Going to be going from employed to, well, the opposite. Unemployed. That's the one. Mac Jones could have been MVP. Where is it? Where is it? Show me. Show me the cash. Show me all of the cash right now. Put it in the damn bag. I'm not messing around. MVP of the league, Mac freaking Jones. That could be a thumbnail thing, which would be awesome. Awesome. Nice. Brackett, the running back. I'm glad we put him at number 2 because he somehow got Rookie of the Year. Must have been a weak class. And then McKenzie, he actually played pretty well as the number 3. Best quarterback as well. Running back was number 5. Wide receivers number 1. O-line was number 1. Man, we pretty much took the entire league here for awards. Absolutely crushing it. And just like that, in the divisional round, let's see if we can do something. Let's see it. Go up against the Browns, of course. Nice. Love to see that. Let's take a look at what their overall is. I think we already seen it. 88. We're in 89, so we don't deserve to win necessarily, but, I mean, it'd be pretty cool. It'd be pretty neat, I suppose. Chiefs obviously move on, as you would expect. Winner of this one faces the Chiefs. Just like that. And, wow, just speaking of just like that, they got 7 out the gate. We turn around and do all right ourselves. They get 3. We get another touchdown. They get a touchdown with a huge run for Chubb, I would assume. 24-14. This is not looking good. 21. Come on, Patriots. Let's go. Okay. Show me what you're juicing with. That's weird to say, but sure. Down by 3. What's the sitch? It's their ball, isn't it? 4th and 1. They get it. Don't lose like this. Are we going for the field goal? Can our freaking trash can not hit that? Can our trash can really not hit that? Oh, it's a first down. I'm an idiot. Okay. I mean, don't worry about it. Sky Kids 3D. Quick little throw to the outside. And by quick throw, I mean Mac Jones quick throw, which is basically like just not a good throw, really. It's just really slow. Obviously, Mac Jones now probably has like 87, 88 throw power, which isn't terrible. Offense driving down pretty nicely, getting the touchdown. But there's a lot of clock here left to go. And just like that, they're going to win it. They're actually going to win it. We have 3 timeouts, though. You never know. Down 3, 15 seconds. Just kick it deep, long-haired douche. Was it Jamie Gillen? Gillen? Of course, they're going to make us return it. Lovely. Although, they deserve to get scored. Well, it's only 11 freaking yards, but they deserve to get all those yards on them. Hell yeah. Love it. I don't care, dude. I'm running crossers. It's the final season. I want to win. Marquise Brown, the speed demon. If he doesn't get this, this is just glitchery. He might not, actually. Oh! Throws it right on the money to the 37. Do we trust the kicker? I'm calling a timeout just because I don't trust this game, let alone the kicker. What a game. 52-49. Come on, kicker guy. Do it. He hit it. Defense. Defense. Mac. No! No shot, dude. I'm coming in. I don't care, dude. I want to win this. But more importantly, I just don't want to lose. I know that's weird to say because that's literally what that means. But come on, Donald wearing number 93, which is a disgusting crime. Screen. And he misses the throw. What is this disaster? Mac Jones and company were going to score, and then he threw a pick. I don't trust Mac Jones. I think he's going to throw another. I don't trust him. Are you guys joking? That's a GG. Like, how are you going to do that? 3rd and 4, did they get it? 1st and goal. Damn, dude. That is disappointing. They can't all be winners, especially with the Patriots winning every Super Bowl ever. The picks were just too much, especially when one of those damn picks comes in the freaking overtime when you're about to win. The coach also deserves some hate there because you're inside the 40, right? Your kicker just nailed a 54-yarder. I don't know if it was 1st down, if it was 3rd and 10, what's the story, but why are you even throwing it? Let's see, when was it? When was this thing? Where's the interception? 1st and 10. Wait, what? So they got to the... So it's at the 42-yard line, right? Were they not closer than that? Am I stupid here? You brought it back 31 yards? That doesn't make any sense. Was it a 31-yard? Okay, long story short, Mac Jones threw a pick. He sold. It was still a good rebuild. this would be one of those that would be the #1 candidate for a reload, especially with some of the guys on the team a little bit older. Some of them were losing overalls wise. This could be another like 3 or 4 years till we actually get a Super Bowl. It's a good team. They're back on top. It's one of those teams that you would still be considering, hey, you know, they're the team to beat, or one of the teams to beat. Like, you know, you're thinking, who can beat the Browns? Who can beat the Chiefs? It's like, okay, well, it's either the Browns or the Chiefs or the Patriots, right? Like one of the, whoever's trying to beat one of the three. It's still good. I like it. I would have liked to see a little more postseason success, but obviously we almost made the championship round right there. I like how we built the team. Once again, I just didn't like how we finished. And at the end of the day, you look at a team like the Falcons have been to 2 Super Bowls now, I believe. It's a lot of RNG, right? It's a lot of RNG, especially when you consider the fact that Swami loves Tom Brady, probably more than the Patriots. So the Patriots doing bad in Sim helps his narrative that Tom carried the Patriots, right? So that's my conspiracy. Mac Jones, of course, with a weak arm. You guys keep telling me that that improviser's the move, so I'm going to try it and see what we get. If it's not goated, I'm not doing it. Okay, that was awful. Thank you guys for the suggestion. And the other one is, yeah, you guys can suck one. I don't want that. I know his ratings are pretty good already, but, like, please stop suggesting those things to me. If he gets a throw power here, everyone's getting deleted. Ooh, lucky. But that's better than improviser. I don't believe you guys. I think improviser's just a lie. Even though a lot of people like that one guy's comment. Cole Weston, 90 overall now. 2 acceleration. That is something. 95 speed, 94 excel. He reminds me of like a better Chark. He's 26. His route running actually kind of developed, you know, quite a bit better. I think we made the right call with choosing who we chose. You guys seen Mac Jones. Marquise isn't really like the guy. Hunter Henry, I think, has like 1 more year on his deal. He's worth the money to pay. I'm glad we did pay him. Defensively, J.C. Jackson gets a superstar. A little late, though, buddy. Yeah, I think this is the perfect cutoff point because, once again, I think if you do a reload of this team, I think it takes more than just, you know, we do 1 more season and we're there. I really do. Ben Saunders, we just paid a decent deal to, gets to superstar. McCollum got to superstar after, was it a 9.5? I think that was the guy we were making a joke about, right? 9.5 inch sack season. Yeah, I mean, it's a good team. Still some ways to go, but obviously still one of the best teams in the league. We got the #1 seed. We just couldn't get past the Browns that we've gotten past a few times already, but yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. I'm still happy with it. If you guys really want to see a reload of this, maybe get this video to like 750 likes, and maybe we'll do that as soon as that happens. Anyways, though, I still enjoyed it. Speaking of enjoying things, hopefully you guys enjoy that game between them and the Buccaneers tonight. I don't know what's going to happen. I just imagine the Buccaneers just have too much firepower on both sides of the ball. Even though that defense has been a little bit of a problem this season, I still just think, I don't think the Patriots have it. I just don't, how are they going to win? I don't know. But anyways, that's going to be the realistic style rebuild of the New England Patriots. Let me know what I could have done better. People are like, win? Maybe get a Super Bowl trophy? I don't know. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. We do a ton of franchise stuff. 2 rebuilds a week, experiments, all that kind of stuff. And if you're not new and you're a continued supporter, I appreciate it a ton. It means a lot that you're still watching. Wow, our defense sucked. The hell? Maybe follow me at Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel PK Plays, and then twitch.tv/Jeromepkr for streams where we would sometimes do rebuilds, sometimes do experiments, and mainly Raiders franchise. And non-Madden stuff. That's about it, though. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!